is lying.
Tonight, Night Court is back in session.
Permission to approach.
Denied.
Permission to lean.
Night Court premieres tonight on it.
This week on Jeopardy!
What a great game.
Our champ could hit the $100,000 mark in only 4 games.
Let's try 5,000.
Plus, this Jeopardy contestant is also a Crime Stopper.
I see he's got my dad's wallet. I knock it to the ground.
I've never met an actual superhero.
And everyone has the power to double their money.
You just moved into the lead, Aaron.
I'll make it a true daily double.
All right.
All this week on Jeopardy!
Jeopardy! Weekdays at 4:30 on NBC 12.
If your family struggles with food insecurity, call the Family Food Helpline.
Straight ahead, a shortage of inventory. We'll have an update on how the supply of new and used cars are doing in the Northwoods.
Plus, a drunk driver sentenced in Oneida County. We'll hear from the widow of the victim.
And we'll hear more about a Wisconsin man rescuing his dogs from a house fire. We'll have the details as your local news starts right now.
News Watch 12 with Dan Hagan, Jessica Jukic, and Jeff Weller.
Good evening and welcome to News Watch 12 at 6. I'm Jessica Jukic.
And I'm Dan Hagan. Most things are back to normal after the peak of the pandemic, but unfortunately, that's not the case for car dealerships.
Supply chain delays continue to delay the arrival of new cars. News Watch 12's Morgan Johnson joins us in studio with more. Morgan?
Yeah, I talked to a used car dealership and a new car dealership, and both have similar stories to tell. The inventory shortage started a few years ago, and it's only now starting to get a little better each day. But there's hope in sight because neither dealerships expect it to last forever. Tim Nordby likes to stay on top of things.
Every day we're talking with Toyota and making sure that we understand what's going on.
Over the last few years, Nordby has noticed a trend.
We used to have a bunch of cars. If anybody's driven by our lot, they can see all the new Toyotas or all the new GMs. And now when you drive by, you kind of wonder where all the cars are.
Nordby says there are a number of reasons for that.
And we've had a lot of different challenges, from production to shipping to all the logistics. And the nicest part is the manufacturer's been very transparent with us. It's just getting the car from produced to here.
But the cars are coming in slowly but surely. Chuck Damel at OK Used Cars of Rhinelander has a similar story.
Our lot right now is a little on the thin side. We're down to about 20 cars. Normally at this time of year we'd have 30 to 40 cars.
Damel says the vehicles are trickling in and that the inventory shortage isn't as big of a problem for used car dealerships.
People are still going to come and buy cars. They're going to trade cars in.
Both dealerships know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel and that one day their lots will be full again.
It's definitely going to get better. We don't know what the next shortage is or what the chips are or what the next situation is, but we're always ready for the challenge and how we can help the guests the best.
Jeff, I can't remember January like this before. It seems like half the days are like right at 32 degrees.
Yep, warmer than average for sure. And now there's some more snow on the way. Not tomorrow, but for Thursday.
And with the recent rain, is it going to be kind of hindering the drive home tonight?
So not today and not tomorrow, but it's going to be all snow this time, so it's easy to get traction on snow versus the ice we had yesterday. Looking outside now, we have lots of dark skies, of course, and also the road conditions improved tremendously today as we had high temperatures slightly above freezing. That will not be the case tomorrow. So tomorrow we're talking about highs pretty much below 32, and then tomorrow night the light snow arrives that will linger through Thursday afternoon. Right now we're at 33 in Rhinelander, 32 for Merrill, 35 for Wausau, so it's, above average. The average high being about 22, 23. All of us are above that today. We'll get closer to average tomorrow. Lots of areas of fog out there now, some drizzle and a couple flurries. Not really a big deal, but just kind of annoying, right? But now our attention turns over here to the west. This is a really strong storm moving in our direction. It's going to cross parts of Wisconsin, southern Wisconsin on Thursday. On that track will give us some snow across north central Wisconsin, and that is prompting, here's our watches out there for Thursday, a winter storm watch for an excess of 6 or more inches of snow on Thursday. Our forecast over tonight, though, some drizzle out there, a couple flurries, not a big deal, with low temperatures down near 21. Your full forecast is coming up. Jessica?
A Stevens Point man was sentenced today for a 2020 drunk driving crash, which resulted in the death of his passenger. 38-year-old Christopher Gore from Stevens Point will serve 5 years in state prison and 5 more on extended supervision. Judge Martha Milanowski had this to say when handing down the sentence.
Where was your character on July 12th, 2020? If only we could answer that, because it certainly wasn't there.
Gore's blood alcohol level at the time of the crash was .239. It was revealed during Tuesday proceedings that the vehicle was driving more than 100 miles per hour.
I understand personal preservation. In a case like this, I do. But the lack of accountability is what angers me the most.
In December, Gore had taken a no-contest plea on one count of homicide by use of a vehicle with prohibited alcohol consumption.
A video shared by Washington police show a man in a pickup truck trying to abduct a woman through a drive-through window. Law enforcement arrested the man today thanks to the public's help. It happened in Auburn, Washington, early Monday morning. The man tries to grab the woman as she is handing him money. Police say he tried to drag her through the window using what they called a looped zip tie device. She was able to fight him off and he drove away. Police say the public helped them identify the suspect fairly quickly thanks to that distinctive tattoo on the man's arm. Police arrested him at his home this morning.
A Yogabic County woman was sentenced Tuesday for her involvement with the delivery of meth. 41-year-old Lynn Chapman of Ramsey, Michigan, was sentenced to serve a minimum prison term of 5 years and a maximum of 30 years. The case involved an undercover investigation that lasted several weeks. Chapman was arrested on July 11th last year. Anthony Negri and Michael Johnson, both from Bessemer, were also convicted in the case. Negri was sentenced to serve a minimum of 5 years and a maximum of 20 years on January 5th. Johnson will be sentenced on January 27th. The love between a pet and its owner has no bounds. Many people would do just about anything for their pets.
A man in southwestern Wisconsin proved just that. He risked his life to save his dogs by going inside a burning building. Rachel Perry has the story.
Home alone as smoke and flames filled his house, Sean Russell had something else on his mind.
I would go to the end of the world for him.
His 5 dogs all trapped inside.
I run down and I see my whole chair, the blankets around the chair, and flames going up and over the couch. And the dogs were in the far corner, like, wondering what to do.
So one by one, he says he began carrying them to safety.
I started going to the dogs. I started running out, and I started taking them to our broken down car we have in the driveway.
Unable to reach 2 of the dogs and struggling to catch his breath, Russell tells me he came to the heart-wrenching realization that it wasn't safe to go back in.
All my oxygen just went like right out of me, and felt I knew I had to make that decision. It flippin' sucked because I did not like seeing my dog go there, but I would have been staying in there myself.
Russell says he was taken to the hospital. Meanwhile, first responders found the 2 dogs still trapped inside and barely breathing. They were rushed to a vet 2 hours away in Waukesha.
They're all making a fast recovery.
While the dogs and the rest of his family are safe, Russell says they lost everything inside the home. And with 4 kids, it hasn't been easy.
It's hard to so ask for help, but like, if you guys can just put smiles on my kids' faces and just brighten up their days, that'd make me happy.
Up next, Governor Evers and the legislature are once again butting heads about abortion rights in Wisconsin.
We'll have that, plus a suspicious package was found on the UW-Madison campus. We'll have a look at what happened after weather with Jeff.
Did you know that Renewal by Andersen will replace your windows any time of the year and in any weather? Call now. Our replacement windows are vastly superior to vinyl. Get a free consultation. This money-saving offer with great financing ends soon.
Lance Truck, we got the trucks at Lance Truck.
Nobody has more used trucks all on one lot, all priced to move. So when you're ready to buy your next truck, know that all Lens trucks are fully inspected, certified clean, and can be bought hassle-free online. Go now to lenstruck.com. You'll find over 800 used trucks, all priced to move.
We got the trucks at Lance Truck.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company.
basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
All your local news is just a swipe away with the new and improved Newswatch 12 mobile app. Download the app on all your devices for local news, school closings, full video newscasts, and more. Newswatch 12, news from where you live. The WJFW News app is sponsored by Cellcom.
Go all in with Cellcom as your wireless carrier for one low monthly cost. Get select phones, monthly data, and unlimited talk and text for as low as $24.99 per month. Visit Cellcom.com/save.
Get the latest news on the weekends with Newswatch 12. Saturday and Sunday at 10 with your weekend news team. Kyle Pazorski, Mohammed Abdul Kawi, and Conrad Sapinski. Newswatch 12.
There you are. Let's check in on snow season to date so far. 37.5 inches so far in Rhinelander. Compared against last season, we're at 50.1 by this time last year, so we're behind. But what's this? This is a winter storm watch across our area. Parts of the area for snow, not tomorrow, but for Thursday, and it could be a pretty hefty snow across parts of north central Wisconsin on Thursday. A classic Colorado low, here it comes. These things have lots of energy, lots of moisture, and this one is moving very, very quickly. So it'll likely be here overnight, Wednesday night into Thursday, and be done with us by mid-afternoon on Thursday. So overall, about 8 or 9 hours of snow across our region on Thursday. And here it is now, across the four corners right there. See it? And look how fast it comes across our region on Thursday. So overall, we have some snow on the way. We've certainly been through heavier snow systems, but still, this one, if you're traveling around on Thursday, is going to leave a mark across our region with airport delays and basically road delays in there as well. And all snow this time, no ice in there with this one, as temperatures will be below freezing on Thursday. So here is my latest snowfall projection map. This will basically fall south of the Northwoods, but overall, everybody gets some snow. The heaviest band pretty much in a band from Green Bay, back over toward Wausau, toward La Crosse. But this could wiggle just a bit. We'll kind of finalize this tomorrow. But overall, snow for everybody on Thursday. It gets out of here Thursday night, and then a nice weekend unfolds for us over the weekend. So what to expect? So here we go. So a winter storm on Thursday, all day long. Messy commute Thursday morning and evening. All snow this time, a 10-to-1 ratio. Why is that important? Well, not very heavy snow, not very light snow either. So it'll be easy to kind of move it around with wind gusts near 25 miles per hour, and regional impacts, a large system. So Milwaukee, Chicago, even Cleveland, Detroit impacted by this with that big storm across the Great Lakes area. Out there today, though, lots of cloud cover and some drizzle, a couple flurries across the region. Not a big deal. It's kind of annoying stuff, right? We could all use a little bit of sunshine right now. We're not going to get it tomorrow, although tomorrow is the calm before the storm. No issues with us tomorrow. The storm gets in here later on tomorrow on Wednesday night. And here it is now. So look at that, across the four corners. This thing has got some oomph with it. It's got Pacific Ocean moisture right now. It'll tap into the Gulf of Mexico tonight, and then look for an explosion of precipitation across the Midwest tomorrow morning, and that's all going to move in our direction. So it'll be very impressive on radar when it gets in here late tomorrow night into early parts of Thursday. Okay, so the average high is 22, the average low being 3. Look at that record low, 38 below back in 1982, and the sun set earlier at 4:43. All right, so here we go, temperature-wise. At 33 in Rhinelander currently, 32 for Merrill, 35 for Stevens Point. So this is about well above average temperatures, right? The average high being 22. All of us were above that today. Now tomorrow is going to be a bit colder across our area. High temperatures near 29. So whatever is wet out there now is likely going to freeze tonight and then stay frozen for a while, with highs below freezing through the weekend and beyond after that snow system on Thursday. And Great Lakes ice coverage well below average, only 5.7% ice covered right now, even after that cold snap we had a couple of weeks ago. Not a lot of ice out there currently. Our forecast then for tonight, though, is lots of clouds out there. A couple of flurries can't be ruled out. Look for low temperatures down near 21 with a northwest breeze around 5 to 10. For tomorrow, all right, lots of clouds out there. High temperatures near 29, so below freezing tomorrow. Slippery across our region again with a northeast breeze around 5 to 10, and quiet tomorrow. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress shows the story here, right? Tomorrow's a quiet day. Thursday, that snow is likely across our area, ending Thursday night. Friday, we're quiet. Saturday, too, a nice-looking weekend with temperatures in the 20s. Dan?
Wisconsin lawmakers are deciding on whether or not to send an advisory referendum to the April election, asking voters if Wisconsinites need to prove that they are working or looking for a job in order to receive welfare benefits. It's a move led by Assembly Speaker Robin Vos and Senate Majority Leader Devin LeMahieu. The question would ask whether able-bodied, childless adults should be required to look for work in order to receive state welfare benefits. A Marquette University Law School poll from 2017 shows that 79% of Wisconsin voters favored a work requirement for welfare, 17% opposed it, and 4% said they didn't know.
Today, Wisconsin Republican lawmakers rejected a push from Democrats to put the current 1849 criminal abortion ban in Wisconsin up to voters. Today, Governor Tony Evers and Democrats proposed asking voters on the April ballot whether the state should continue to ban abortions. Republicans rejected that proposal. That proposal comes less than a week away from the 50th anniversary of the Roe v. Wade decision from 1973. According to a Marquette Law School poll, nearly 60% of Wisconsin voters support safe, legal access to abortion, and more than 60% oppose the decision to overturn Roe v. Wade. The only abortion exception in Wisconsin is to save the life of the mother.
A suspicious item found outside the biochemistry laboratories on the UW-Madison campus today was determined to not be a threat. Dane County Sheriff's Office bomb squad responded to the scene in addition to its officers around 8:30 this morning in the 400 block of Babcock Drive to investigate the item. According to the UW-Madison Police Department's Facebook page, the suspicious package was not a threat, though no details about the package were mentioned on what the package actually was. Coming up after the break, we'll have a look at a spirituality center in Marathon County.
We'll take you through the history of St. Anthony Spirituality Center after the break.
Get up to 80% off list prices during our huge inventory reduction sale at Slumberland Furniture. $20 million worth of furniture and mattresses must go. Lowest prices around on recliners, sofas, mattresses, and lots more. Slumberland Furniture.
To everyone who loves great food, let us make you a meal the Wisconsin way.
We cook each butter burger to order for you and the people you love, so it's the best part of your day.
The best.
The best.
And every creamy scoop of fresh frozen custard, pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
Pure happiness. Because where Culver's comes from.
In the heart of America's Dairyland.
Our love.
Our love for fresh food is as strong as our love for all of you.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
That spin class was brutal. Well, you can try using the Buick's massaging seat. Ooh, yeah, that's nice. Can I use Apple CarPlay to put some music on? Sure. It's wireless. What's your Buick's Wi-Fi password? It's Buick Envision. That's a really tight spot. I used to hate parallel parking. Me too.
The Buick Envision, built around you, all of you.
Get 3.9% APR and no monthly payments for 90 days on Buick SUV models.
It's a fact. Problems with your basement don't get better with time. They get better with SureDry. SureDry has been fixing wet basements, foundation, and concrete issues for over 25 years. There are plenty of people who can promise you a solution, but SureDry delivers. You have a home and a family to protect, and our experts will provide a permanent solution that gives you the confidence you need to sleep at night. Schedule your free estimate today.
My accident? My accident happened in a second.
My settlement? That's taking a really long time.
If you've been injured in an accident and need money now while your case settles, call Oasis today. We'll work with your attorney, and if you're approved, get you $500 to $100,000 in as little as 24 hours. If you lose your case, you don't have to pay Oasis back, ever. Applying for Oasis Express Cash is easy and takes 3 minutes. Call Oasis now or go online to apply.
Up to 80% off list prices during our huge inventory reduction sale at Slumberland Furniture. $20 million worth of merchandise must go. Lowest prices around on mattresses, rugs, bar stools, sectionals, accent chairs, and more at Slumberland Furniture.
When you think of an Old Brick Spirituality Center, you probably don't think of rural Wisconsin. But in Marathon City near Wausau, many people bring their worries, their prayers, and their praise to St. Anthony's Spirituality Center. And while the site is no longer affiliated with the Franciscans, their doors still remain open to all.
It's the place.
Nestled in Marathon City, Wisconsin, sits St. Anthony's Spirituality Center.
It's what you feel when you drive through those stone walls at the front of the building. It hits you there, and it permeates the whole place.
Director Jackie Kellner first visited on a retreat.
I came looking for a place to calm myself down and figure out where my life was going and what was next. And I walked out of here. Actually, I didn't want to leave.
And so she didn't.
They need to unwind. They need to unplug. They don't even know it in some cases. They're just looking, they're searching. They don't know where to go. This place is perfect for that.
A seminary that opened in 1919, St. Anthony's was home for the Capuchins of the Franciscan order in the Catholic Church.
If the walls of this place could speak, what would they say?
Be at peace. This is one piece of art that when the Capuchins left, they wanted to take with them, but they could not find a way to transport it safely, so we got to keep it.
Marge Lindell has been with the Friary since 2010. When the church left the site in 2013, she was heavy-hearted. So somebody who had been here before, what was that transition like from the Capuchins to when they left?
It was twofold because there was a lot of grieving going on. Nobody wanted the Caps to leave, but yet we also had to respect that this was a decision they didn't make easily.
Although the church had moved its resources to serve the poor in Milwaukee, it was the community that brought this place back to life.
Our intent has always been to carry on in their footsteps. And we had gotten to know them and who they were, and we wanted to carry that forward.
While the Franciscans no longer fill these halls, they've left their mark on this special place.
Their openness, their welcome, their acceptance of who you are, where you are, those are things that you don't find in a lot of places. And that's what we've tried to emulate.
Are you putting off your window replacement project because of the weather? Did you know that Renewal by Andersen will replace your windows any time of the year and in any weather? Our beautiful replacement windows are made with exclusive Fibrix material, which is vastly superior to vinyl, never needs painting, and resists warping and bowing. They're custom built in the USA and installed with precision and care by our certified master installers. Plus, both our product and our installation are backed by the nation's best warranty.
I don't have to worry what the weather is outside because I know my windows are custom for this climate.
Any season is the right season to improve and transform the look of your home and add value. Call Renewal by Andersen for your free, no-obligation design consultation. Don't miss this money-saving deal with great financing. Installation is always included. Call now.
Spectrum just launched Spectrum One, where Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and unlimited mobile come together to keep you seamlessly connected wherever you are!
Why did you switch? Because Spectrum Internet delivers the fastest download speeds in the nation.
And the advanced Wi-Fi has enhanced security and privacy features that automatically block online threats.
How reliable is Spectrum Mobile? It's a super reliable service coast to coast.
Switch to Spectrum One and get internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and one free line of unlimited mobile. Call 1-833-861-4999.
Now get an Escape, Edge, or Explorer SUV with 0% APR financing for 36 months, only at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
At a time when misinformation is all too common on social media, we take great pride in bringing you the news that matters, that impacts your family, news you can trust. Local broadcast journalists bring you the facts, covering the stories breaking in our community and across the globe. Text TV to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on local journalism. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Our Newswatch 12 news team works around the clock to bring you the news that matters most to the Northwoods. NBC Newswatch 12, from where you live.
So if you watch our shows religiously, the 5, the 6, the 10, the AM show, and the 4 p.m. show, as you should, it's great stuff, you know that Jessica has a tenuous relationship with snow.
Well, it's love-hate. I love the snow. I just don't like it when it's, you know, feet and feet of it.
Enter Matthew Weaver. He's going to settle this argument. The snow's coming. As Jeff said, not tomorrow, but the next day. Are you looking forward to it?
See, Jeff, I'm praying for snow. If it's cold, it may as well snow, right? I mean, that way I can get out on the hill.
I literally want to have the snowiest record or winter on record. I want that.
Said that.
I want that for all of us. It'd be enjoyable, right? Nice and pristine out there.
Matt was praying. He's probably praying at that, place.
Yeah.
That's a superpower prayer there.
Yeah. Special prayers there. Yeah, they count like double.
All right, let's go outside now and check on temperatures. You need freezing temperatures to get snow. We got that across parts of the area. We're going to slip below freezing tonight and stay there the next 5-7 days around here. Lots of clouds, a couple of flurries out there currently. That's not the main event. That is over here across the Four Corners into Arizona, where Matt was a couple weeks ago, by the way. That's going to move in our direction and bring us snow late tomorrow night, but more so Thursday morning, likely impacting a lot of activities and plans and school on Thursday. But for tomorrow, the calm before the storm, and then a very nice weekend with temperatures in the 20s.
The more snow, the better.
Bring it on.
Right, Jessica?
Yeah. It's not all at once. We need to
So convincing.
That was a yeah!
That was so convincing.
Okay, that's all the time we have. We'll see you back here at 10.
Mr. Food Test Kitchen is brought to you by Golden Carrot Jewelers.
Today we're talking brisket. No, not the kind you find at a barbecue